one of the most important choices to make is who are you going to choose from here once you get your 300 wishes. Well, I thought I'd take some time and explain to you guys the value of each one of these characters depending on your account. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, if you do not own Bronya, by the time you arrive at the 300 wish mark, she is the highest priority on this entire list. Not even debatable. She is so cracked, man. I mean, she literally allows your main DPS to go twice almost every turn. And if she doesn't make him go twice every turn, she's funneling skill points to your team. Not to mention, she has a light cone you can slap on her that makes her even more disgusting. And her support damage bonus buff is stronger than Ting Yun and Asta's. It's crazy, like by a long shot. It's a crit damage boost. It's a damage boost. Like, she is so disgusting, man. She's an incredibly valuable unit. She's triple S tier, and I strongly recommend you pick her up. Furthermore, if you do pick her up as a free-to-play player, I also think it's worth playing the long game, being incredibly patient with your Starlight, and picking this bad boy up for absolutely free over the course of maybe it'll take you 3 months to get here at this value. I'm not really sure. I don't feel like doing the math either. But this, coupled with picking up Bronya, is a recipe for a fat, juicy free-to-play account value, bro. I'll tell you that right now. This right here increases the wearer's energy regeneration rate by 10%, and it regenerates 1 skill point when the wearer uses their ultimate on an ally. God bless. That's not just good for Bronya. That's good for Ting Yun. That's good for Asta. Like, the value here is just insane. And all 3 of those units are S tier units because they're supportive units that are universally synergistic with every team you play. And then to make it even more disgusting, now the effect can only be triggered after every 2 uses, but that makes sense because that's a broken effect, period. But this right here, when the wearer uses their skill, the next ally taking action deals 30% more damage for 1 turn. Holy hell, man, this value is just crazy, and it's a 5-star, and it's completely free to play obtainable. So I strongly recommend that you guys get this in addition to Bronya if you don't own Bronya. That's the play I'm gonna make. I'm literally gonna be incredibly patient. I'm gonna scoop that up, and I'm gonna scoop Bronya up. Now, the other thing that's worth considering is, well, Smack, what if I do own Bronya? Then who's the next highest priority on this list? Without a shadow of a doubt, the boy that looks like Aizen from Bleach, my man Welt. He's the only imaginary unit in the game, and he's the only unit in the game that is just absolutely disgusting with delaying actions and speeding enemies down. The reason this guy is so incredibly valuable is not only because he's imaginary, but it's also because he is so broken with delaying enemy actions with his imprisonment, in addition to slowing them down. His skill can slow them down, his ult slows them down and delays their turn, and his technique does the same thing. This is the most grimy CC in the game. Nobody CC comes close to this man's CC, bro. His shit is disgusting. So I think he is the second highest priority on the list, especially if you already own a Bronya. Now, the third highest priority on the list, for me personally, I'm gonna say Gepard. I am a Gepard owner. Let me tell you, this man is the shield hero. He is the Zhongli of Honkai Star Rail. This man will protect your team at all costs. He reminds me of J4 for the cause. J4 from League of Legends, bro. Like, this dude is literally top shelf. And if you build him correctly, not only is he a masterful tank, he's also very good at freezing units. All you got to do is put some effect hit rate on him, and this dude is going to pop off. Bai Lu, the reason I don't think she's high value is because you got Lucha coming around the corner, and I know I already know he's probably just gonna power creep the hell out of her in terms of healing your team and doing a better job at being a healer. But if you don't get Lucha, then I think this, I don't know how to say that dude's name, by the way, so hopefully I am saying it right. If not, don't really care. Bai Lu, anyways, is high value if you don't get him, because Natasha's the only healer in the game. That dude's solid, but you might not be able to get him. I'm in the same boat, but I have Gepard. So I will say this, if you have Gepard and Natasha, obviously she's free to play, you'll have her. Bai Lu's value goes down significantly as well. If you don't have Gepard and you don't get Lucha, Bai Lu's value goes up tremendously, but it ain't going up higher than her or him. It's just not happening. And finally, the other 3 is free game. Like, if you're a Himiko fan, go ahead, pick her up. If you're oh girl, now I get it. She's very strong. A lot of people like her, and I'm not saying she's not strong. I'm just talking about in terms of account value. They're not outperforming these units. They're universally synergistic and they're amazing, and they can be applied to any scenario, man. So I think these three are just absolute banger units. Everybody else is just free game. Like if you're a DPS ice fanatic, this guy's going to be really good. He does very good damage. I'm not saying these units are good, by the way. I'm just saying they're not going to provide the value that these three are going to provide. I think Yang Xing is a phenomenal DPS, and if you pick him up, he will do work for the ice category. But that's it. He's niche. You know what I mean? She's not as niche. She's actually really good. She can tank, heal, and deal damage all in one kit. But yeah, that's my thoughts, guys, on the 5-star character you should pull at 300. And the light cone you should pull at 300 in addition is going to be even. Oh yeah, by the way, that's the last thing I want to say. Bronya's light cone should be grabbed whether you get Bronya or not. It's just too damn good for both Ting Yun and Asta, whom you're probably going to be using on every team. Now, hopefully we brought you some value. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the flip side.